If you all spend any more money to watch this debacle, you are dumber than Dan Snyder.
Hey, play me a jamming version of Hail to the Redskins.
Done a lot of things wrong, and the public figure thing I didn't understand. When you first buy, like the Redskins, there's no instruction manual.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5 on your side.
Redskins team owner Dan Snyder is dominating the headlines today.
This lawsuit is probably the most controversial story in Washington tonight, prompting debates in all manner of media, social and otherwise.
The article is headlined The Cranky Redskin Fan's Guide to Dan Snyder, written by City Paper contributor Dave McKenna.
The suit claims the weekly newspaper used lies, half-truths, innuendo, and anti-Semitic imagery to smear, malign, defame, and slander Daniel Snyder.
This guy, Dave McKenna, the Washington City Paper, has written there since 1986. He writes this piece on Dan Snyder. And the piece includes this little illustration, a photo of Dan Snyder, that then gets marked up this way. Dan Snyder claims that this is, in fact, anti-Semitic. The team's name is the Washington Redskins. It is, without doubt, the most racist name in sports.
I think the person that writes there has an obsession, some sort of issue, and needs to get over it and grow up.
The columnist who wrote the Dan Snyder story, Dave McKenna, is now named in the lawsuit, seeking $1 million in damage.
A process server shows up at my door, and he gives me a thing, and I see, Dan Snyder v. Dave McKenna.
Tell me, Dan, obviously the fans back home are anxious. They want to know what will life be like under Dan Snyder for them, the fans that live, breathe, bleed for this team. Give us some hope that this is going to be better.
First off, you're describing me.
Oh, okay.
I am that fan as well. So I understand completely the fans of Washington because I'm the same.
As a journalist, he was a total godsend because he did nothing right and he never stopped.
Losses, coaching changes, more losses, more changes, controversy, and yet more losses. That's how Snyder has been defined.
It's heartbreaking. It takes me a couple days after a loss to be functioning again because it's so traumatizing.
And this is Snyder in a nutshell. He threw a Fan Appreciation Day. And then if you showed up to Fan Appreciation Day, it was very heavily marketed and advertised, you were hit with a $25 parking charge. He didn't appreciate the fans, he appreciated the $25.
When they're charging you $30 to park a mile away, when it's $100 for a jersey and $10 for a beer, you suck. You suck, Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder is the worst owner in the league.
You're wearing shirts, worst owner ever.
This franchise has been taken hostage by someone who has the mindset of a child.
It needs to be stopped now.
华盛顿红人队老板丹·史奈德是个混蛋。为了抵制媒体评论，他威胁要使他们破产走路。来吧，我们接招。
It's not the losing, man. It's not the losing. It's how you run the team. You're a disgrace to Washington.
And so I wasn't going to let him get away with anything. He's got this incredible machine behind him, and I'm just sitting in my undies on my couch typing everything I could. Like, what the hell am I doing with my life? What have I done?
You might have thought a nearly life-size piñata of Redskins owner Dan Snyder hanging from a bar in Adams Morgan was an April Fool's Day joke, but this was no laughing matter. That piñata was part of a huge fundraiser to help fight Snyder in court.
Dan Snyder, he may have a few people on the jury that may be on his side, but if you look at those as true Redskin fans, die hard, I don't think so.
Come on, Snyder. Dave McKenna is just representing us fans. He's saying what we've been wanting to say for a long time.
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If you believe in what you believe is right, then stand by it.
Just as Mr. Snyder said, what's right is right. So I thought there's no way in hell I can lose. Yet the more I dealt with my people, I was reminded that this guy is a powerful person. He's not just a buffoon. He's a guy who could probably hurt you.
stop paying to see this and let him just suffer from having a half-empty stadium, because he deserves it. That's what he's done to this team. He's run it into the ground, and if we don't do something about it, then we're as dumb as he is.